Welcome in to the DNVR Avalanche pregame show, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudo, Blais, and Jesse coming at you live pregame. Avs versus Oilers as the Megazord Voltron. Gotcha. I'm a little surprised by that given last night how well he played, but Eric Johnson being the scratch D in what is the final form of the Colorado Avalanche defense for the first time this year. They're essentially
still missing
healthy.
Ryan Murray.
Would he be in the lineup anyway? 50-50. You think over JJ?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the Johnson & Johnson. I'm sorry. I didn't mean I already jumped straight into
fine.
our first
It's
little.
fine. It's all good. On the Edmonton side of things, they're starting Mikko Koskinen tonight because that's what teams do, I guess. I don't know, man. The Oilers are a hockey team that are as close to irrelevant to the Colorado Avalanche as I can possibly surmise. Theoretically, they could face the Avs in the conference finals, I guess.
Right.
But does anyone actually see them getting there? No.
No, but I think there's some more personal stuff that goes on when you see the Avs and Oilers play between certain
that I
players.
agree with,
Sure.
But I mean, if you're looking at what it means in the playoffs, sure, Oilers have to go far, Avs have to go far for that matchup to happen, right? So it's I don't see that happening this year with the Oilers just because of some of the deficits that they have on defense. Though in the last few games they've been playing well. Now they're on a 6-game winning streak, and they've won their last, I think, 10 games at home. So playing well.
Pretty good.
They're getting good stuff out of what they have on defense and what they have as players that aren't quite ready yet to make a long postseason
Is
run.
this not just copy and paste though from every Oilers team for the last 7 years though? Wow, they're on a great stretch. They've got some of their they're really scoring goals in bunches. Their goaltending's been playing well for 2 weeks, and then it's 3 weeks of just shit hockey and no one does anything. And dude, I was dying. There was a guy from one of Edmonton's media guys. He said, Mike Smith's last 5 starts, he's got a .931 save percentage. Does this change your opinion of him? It's the guy's 40. His career, he is who he is.
Pretty sure we know who he is.
He's had 2 injuries this year, too.
Right. It's we know who he is. Yeah, it was a dope little pass the other night in overtime, but the guy is still an average to below average goaltender on most nights. And the lineup, they go through stretches of playing well, and like you said, where they make kind of the best of what they've got. But part of the reason why this team has never really felt like anything that they're not going to do anything in the playoffs is because they're kind of like Dallas, where in an instant it's gone.
Yeah.
And
that's what happens when you have one line
that
produces a lot of points for you. So if they're quiet that night, then you're running into problems. You don't have depth scoring happening.
If one of McDavid or Draisaitl are not on the ice, you're just waiting for them to get back on the ice.
So take Mikko Rantanen and Nathan McKinnon off the Avs. Is this Avs team still a playoff team?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Take Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl off the Oilers. Are they anything more than a bottom 5 NHL team?
How many points do those two have? The share of points
in
the Oilers organization this year. I would love to see if it's is it 23% of the points? Is it that high?
How many have they actually factored in on? I'd love to see it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I'd love to see what the number
maybe we'll dig it up for the post game.
$2 from Pin King. Makar 100 points, and he's averaged 2 points per game. I don't think so. I don't think he's getting to 100. I hope he gets to 30 goals, but I don't think he's getting to 100.
Yeah. 2 points a game. Could he theoretically do it? Yeah, sure, but that would be...
It would be
wild. A tear to end all tears.
You want to talk about, though, just getting back into that Norris talking, with the issues coming out, right? You have another hot defenseman in your own division scoring a game winner in OT.
I'm just saying.
Can we
Looks
park
good.
30 seconds for that real quick? And
go.
I know we're super biased, right? I mean, I guess we're not super biased.
Blais
we're
was saying
super
he'd
biased.
vote for Yossi last night. So we're not that biased.
No, I mean, he's been on a tear. I'm sorry. He's a good hockey player.
So you're 100% right. He's very good. He's been on a tear. But, for me, it's the Norris is for whatever defenseman has been the best all year. Like, if you were giving a Norris for who's been the best since
Had a hot
February,
month, yeah.
like it's Yossi running away. But like just over the course of the season, what Makar has done has just been so impressive. And I guess not even necessarily biased, but I'm just so sick of seeing Avs players like, oh, well, technically he can't win because of meh. And it's just like every year I feel like we see this where it's like, well, he would have won, but
the Avs do seem to get shafted often.
at the last second. At the last second, too. And it's just a
Recency
little
bias is a thing, though.
Right.
But I mean, you want to look at the quality of those goals being scored. Like, are they junk time, Duchesne goals, or are they goals that actually mean something, or points that mean something?
Yeah, Makar's definitely got the clutch factor.
I mean,
that's a plus for him.
he's got that, that edge to his game, and those game-winning goals that are just unreal.
Well,
not just one,
dude. Again,
two this year.
I didn't watch a ton of the game yesterday, but I watched
what you're doing?
Yeah. Watched the last little stretch of the third, and then I watched overtime. And again, just the three of us have talked about it on the show a couple times in the last month or two. Cale Makar wins that game. Like, the Jets were literally like jumping through the glass as they were coming back in that game. Makar wins it, and he was like, God damn it. Like, I can't believe we even had to just do that. Like, he looked like pissed that he just won the game in overtime.
It just hits a little bit different there. Makar, not the main focus of defensemen tonight.
Yeah. That's
Sam Girard, who is back. His first game since March 8th, I believe. The Avs have... this is it. We're finally going to see this defense as put together as you can reasonably expect. I know Ryan Murray's still out, but it's about as good as you're going to get, and it should... Well, we're giving Girard the benefit of the doubt, I assume, to shake some rust off, but still...
I expect him to be shaking some rust, but to look a little bit more like himself. Looking back on it now,
you're wondering how much.
With the benefit of hindsight, there were so many plays that he was making that part of the reason why his play stood out so bad was because it was just very uncharacteristic. This is a guy who is great at escaping trouble using his legs, likes to carry the puck, usually makes good decisions, is able to escape, again, using his agility and all that stuff, and he just wasn't doing any of that. So I do expect I expect to see the mistakes come in more like classic Girard fashion, where it's like, oh yeah, it takes a minute to get your timing back on that type of escape or to peel out there, but can't be like that much worse than how he was playing right before he took the month off, right?
Yeah, I might even be better compared to a couple of those games. It got pretty rough for a second there, but
and you're not going to see that. I mean, it's been a month, right? Like, so that's not a big issue for somebody that's playing professional hockey. And we talked about Bo Byram being gone for a lot longer. Obviously, like, you expect it for him to take a little bit more time. To get back into this game speed, right? So, I mean, I think Girard takes a period, and then after that, it's back to, hopefully, if he's feeling good, back to normal Girard.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting, though, and I'm hoping I'm not stepping on your toes here with this, but we've been speculating about it now for a while, who would eventually be that first scratch. And I think one of the conversations we had on the last post-game show that I was here for was I don't know how you take Jack Johnson out and try to stick with we're leaving the guys in the lineup who have earned it. And to your point, EJ played fine last night. He had one pinch on, I think it was the first Ehlers goal that you don't love.
It was bad.
But, other than that, like, he hasn't been bad recently. There just has been some of that decision-making that's always gotten him into trouble, and it's getting him into a little bit more trouble now in the later stages of his career. And he's just been outplayed by Jack Johnson. Forget even saying Erik Johnson's played fine. Jack Johnson's just been better.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get the EJ thing with wanting to leave him in the lineup, but if you are legitimately saying we are putting the lineup on the ice every night that gives us the best chance to win, I don't know how it's not Jack Johnson. So, obviously now he's got someone breathing down his neck. He's got to stay in the lineup. He's got to earn it. But
I guarantee you'll see games of EJ in the lineup.
Oh, absolutely,
very soon, I'm sure. But
writing was a little bit on the wall there over the last 4 or 5 games. You start to see EJ playing 14, 13. I think one game he even played only 12 minutes. And it's like,
Yeah.
That seems like you're heading right for the press box, bud.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure Bednar's had the conversation with him. You know, he has long conversations with the guys that he has to scratch, explains to him why, what's going on, what they're looking for out of him.
Yep.
And so, you know, I'm sure this is something that Erik Johnson is known is coming. I'm sure this wasn't a surprise this morning, you know.
Well, and that's what good coaches do. I mean, they're communicating with their players. Like, last thing you want to do as a player is just be left in the dark.
Right.
And some coaches weaponize that.
Yeah.
You know, to like make them
work harder that way.
Yeah. But you know, to me, if I'm Erik Johnson, I would rather it. You know, I'd rather be motivated by saying, look, this is why you are being kept out. If you want to get back in, you need to be doing this, and you've got to be cutting this out.
Yeah.
And you're right, Rudo. Like, I think regardless of how well Jack Johnson plays, I think they're going to give EJ a shot to earn that spot back in the lineup. He's earned that. He's earned that right to get a crack at it. But I think this is Jared Bednar kind of sending the message, not just to EJ, but kind of, maybe this sounds a little dramatic, and I'm sure Bednar, like, at his core really doesn't care, but like kind of to the fan base management, like, hey, we mean business. Erik Johnson, even someone of his stature in the organization, can be scratched if they're not giving us the best shot to win every night.
I wouldn't even say the fans. I'd say the other players on the team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, straight up. Like, look, Erik Johnson means a lot to the organization, means a lot to the fan base, a lot to the guys in the room, and we're willing to
he was
scratch a
probably
guy
looking
like
at
that.
LOC while he was talking to Erik Johnson about it.
We'll do it.
The other side of this conversation, let's get through one game where an Avs defenseman doesn't get injured.
True,
Yep.
It's been dicey at times. Devon Taves took a stinger the other night, and it was like, oh, boy.
Looked like it hurt.
Yeah. But we'll see there. Hopefully they can stay healthy on that front. Obviously, the Avs defense like this is going to be fun. I saw some people asking about pairings. Right now, I don't think there are any. Genuinely. Even last night, Bednar was like, yeah, we wanted to put Byram with Makar because we want to see if they can score. So it's going to be super blend is my expectation.
I actually really liked it. Was like it's not that crazy of a play, but on the point that Byram picked up, how long he waited for that forechecker to come down, how far he drew him in before moving it. That takes some confidence for a young kid like that to draw a forechecker in front of your own net like that. I thought it was pretty dope.
My only thing tonight is I think Jared Bednar's got to be on his game and watch his matchups, because one of the things that we have seen, and I know it's trying to be fixed, is Manson's gap control. And if you have bad gap control against Draisaitl,
you're dead against McDavid.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a bloodbath. So you really got to watch those matchups.
It's great call out.
It will be interesting to see how Bednar utilizes Manson as a luxury now instead of you're in the top 4 because we got nobody else. Right. So I am curious to see how the usage does shake out. But
well, this is theoretically where he should like shine, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, you're getting situational matchups, and you are getting now you're
super greedy,
right. You're on the road, but still, as your third pairing, like you can only Edmonton can only match that in so many ways, right? And you still feel pretty comfortable that Makar and Taves get the toughest matchup.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
There. Best on best.
It's gonna be really interesting. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah,
if it is going to be a best on best, or if they're going to try to switch things up.
Yeah.
See if they can, create some havoc out there.
This next segment, not really Edmonton related. They've pretty much secured the 2 seed, I think, in the Pacific. You never know, of course. It's Edmonton. But when you're looking at the wild card spot and really that third spot in the Pacific, Dallas had a catastrophic loss today.
Dude.
Brutal.
They're still only 2 points up on Vegas. They do have some games in hand still.
Only one now.
Yeah.
Only one?
Well, I guess Vegas
It'll be 2 after
Vegas
tonight.
plays tonight, yeah.
Which Vegas plays Arizona tonight.
You never, man, that Arizona team, you know what they're playing for.
Well, I was going to say.
Get on another team if you can leave.
You are officially into spoiler territory where it's like Arizona, I'm sure they've had a nice little rivalry back and forth with Vegas for a couple years now. Like, I'm sure they're pretty jacked up. They're like, yeah, they're feeling good after Dallas lost, but Arizona's isn't very good, so maybe they just can't do it. But these bottom feeder teams are like, the roles have reversed a little bit where they've got something to play for now, like from a morality standpoint.
From when you're a little kid, when you go and you play round robin tournaments, right? And maybe you don't make the cut, and you play that high-end team that's like
taking somebody with you.
It's like if they lose this game, they're out. Like you're always trying to find ways to get pumped up for a game, and it's like, cool, let's spoil this.
I am taking somebody with me.
$2.79 from Jake. Jesse, I need sunglasses to look at those shoes.
Yeah, I know. I'm a big white shoe guy.
You are a big white shoe guy.
Crocs too,
and they're Crocs. Yeah, they're Crocs today.
I mean, I got my shoe game on point too.
The other side of this conversation that has crept up is LA now only 2 points ahead of Vegas at the moment for the third spot in the Pacific. So, it's going to be interesting. Oh, is it 4? My bad. All right. Still well within reach.
Yep.
Going to be interesting down the stretch. Definitely going to be doing some scoreboard watching just for the fun of it.
Man, in LA, like they looked like they were safe.
Yeah, I thought they had it for sure. They were second in the Pacific and cruising, but
like they were even like knocking on Calgary's door just a little bit.
We'll see though from Vegas. I mean, you're playing with. I mean, what do they have? Do they have 5D?
Yeah. Dude,
their fourth line has a defenseman on it. Because they don't really have.
They're squeaking by for sure.
I was gonna say that team is just so chaotic right now. I don't know.
I mean, if they get healthy, but yeah, like right now it's crazy because like if you look at the second line and who's on it, I'd have to go back and look, but it's something hilarious.
It's not good. It's not great, Bob.
No one else is going to be like, yeah, I'll take that as my second line.
Well, I mean, the Avs are playing McDermott on their fourth line as well, to be fair.
True.
Yeah. So he's kind of a defenseman.
He's a roamer.
Yeah.
There you go.
He just gets the beer league treatment. You're in one door, and whatever position comes up next when you're at the other door is what you take.
Hey, new guy. Here's your sweater.
Yeah, FNG over here.
There you go. Anyway, a bit of a weird feel that I know the guys are, technically in a race for the President's Trophy, but it's the first time in literally 7 or 8 years where it feels like the Avs don't really have any race to be in for the last 10 games of the season.
And the President's Trophy, I really just don't think.
I don't think they care.
I think they're like, cool, if it falls into our lap, dope. If not, oh well.
We'll still just go win in the playoffs.
Right.
That's the goal. So it is what it is on that front. Honestly, I'm going to be doing a lot of watching Vegas over the next 2 weeks. I'll put it that way. But for watching tonight, Blais, make us some money.
Well, what we talked about here was, guys need stuff to play for. I think I'm going to go an all McKinnon night. All right. So if you don't want to take these bets, don't. I'm doing this because I think he's going to have a hot game. But this is a little risky because if he's quiet, you're not going to win anything.
You're 3 for 3 or you're 0 for 3.
Yeah. So it's one of those ones. It's a fun one though. All plus money here. First one, Mac with 1.5 points.
I just took that one. Yep. Solidarity. Yep.
If he's feeling it, Mac. 4.5 shots on goal could happen in the first period. We've seen that happen before.
He's done,
Plus 100, and then Mac, anytime goal.
All right.
I mean, I know these guys like to show out against each other, so.
Yeah.
Mac likes to be the best against the best, so should be interesting, that matchup between him and McDavid. You get Kuemper and net against this team. We'll see how things go. I mean, I don't know. If it were up to me, I'd be taking the over in this game. But
yeah, that's another one that you could do.
Given the high end talent, I think that might be the way to go. But who knows? Maybe the Avs Voltron defense shuts everything down, and Edmonton can't do anything. I don't know. Could work out either way. Really. Other than that. First of all, we did this last night, but congratulations again to Jesse.
Yes, thank you. Congrats. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate the shout out last night. Yeah,
he's spoken for now.
I don't really remember, but
yeah.
So I guess that makes everyone on the pod spoken for now.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess not. I don't know. Does Megan have a man? I don't know.
Think so. I've never like outright asked her, but I've never heard her reference anyone.
Yeah, you're married, I'm married, you're engaged, AJ's engaged.
Blais is 50, so.
Yeah.
I've got like 19 children.
Yeah. Evan's married. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping that this would put an end to the running joke, but my mentions were just filled with, I can't believe you've gotten into this much trouble.
Person?
Yeah.
It's never going to go away.
Yeah, I know.
Ever. It's hilarious, by the way.
Yeah. She finds it great. She actually she spent a good amount of time last night reading through some of the replies, just laughing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she finds it funny.
That's good. I'm glad she enjoys it.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Of course. All right. I guess we're about 10 minutes away from this 8 o'clock start.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
At least it's not 8:30.
True. It
Silver
could be
lining.
worse.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. We'll be back at 11 p.m. Mountain to talk about the end of this hockey game.
Yeah, they'll be back at 11 p.m.
Mountain. Just Rudo.
The pod should just be me sleeping on this couch for 45 minutes.
Rudo and Yahir will be back.
Either way, we hope you'll join us after the game. We're going to get out of here, though. And, enjoy the hockey game, and we'll talk to you afterward.